ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 2 of Blanation X. Episode 1 has already been published earlier today, and if you haven't seen it yet, head over to my channel of Blanation X, and it'll be the first thing you see. Well, actually, it'll be the only thing that you see since I'm just starting out, but I'm happy you guys are here to check me out for a second time, and like I said, it's so much news to cover out there that I'm just going to try to bring out a video maybe twice a day, or depends on how the news go. And as I said before, these videos are solely my opinion. They're not facts, they're not fishing. It's just what I believe or how I perceive on how things are. So I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I'm not trying to offend anybody, but hey, I believe what I believe, and just how you believe what you believe. Welcome to America. Well, anyway, let's get on to today's topic. You know this was coming. Your boy Lil Nas X, or whatever. I really don't pay attention to that, him or the music anyway. But hey, I mean, everybody knows him for the little cowboy, old country road, whatever that song is. I mean, everybody danced off of. You had little kids doing the little old line dancing, and pretty much everybody in the United States was just jumping for joy of that song. And don't get me wrong, it's a pretty good song. I got no problem with it. But we're not talking about that song today. We're talking about what happened a couple of days ago. Well, Lil Nas just brought out his brand new shoe, well, if it is his shoe, of Nikes that have pretty much Satan items on it, or, it's like an act of worshiping Satan. And what made it matter worse was that he posted a video that have him like all in heaven, and then went down to hell, had a long pole, and gave a lap dance to Satan, and everybody lost their shit. And I gotta give you my opinion on this, so this is gonna be funny, so let me relax and tell you what I really think about the situation. My honest opinion, who gives a shit? I'm gonna be honest with you, who cares? I mean, I watched the video, listened to the music, and the music didn't really go with the video. And the shoes, I don't wear Nikes anyway, but those are some ugly ass shoes anyway. But they sold out in a matter of minutes, so a lot of people have it. But this is the focus that I want to get on. And I want to talk to Christian people, because they the one that really up in arms about this stuff. Now, when I do my talks and stuff, and I talk about the Christian faith and stuff like that, I'm not bashing the Christian faith. I mean, I was raised Baptist, and they just say a lot of church hurt and a lot of things that happened to me in my life kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things. And even though I believe in God, I don't go in the direction what a lot of people believe in order to get there. So my ways are different than your ways, but I respect everybody's opinions and their religious belief, just like everybody else should respect other people's religions and their beliefs. Because everybody want to claim that their way is the right way. But it would be funny if things happen just like on South Park, when everybody died and went to hell, and they was like, wait a minute, I can't be in hell, I'm a Christian. Other dude, I'm a Muslim. Other guy, I'm a Hindu. I believe in Hindu. But then the people say, oh, I'm sorry, all of you around the correct religion was Mormons. Now, even though it ain't Mormon, but it just pretty much gives the general idea of that on this planet Earth, we got so many religions out there, and everybody fighting to be, I guess, number one of the world, to say that our ways are the right ways. And you look at Christianity, and you got Baptist, Christian, and all the other denoms, and it's like everybody pointing towards God, but you got different sets in order to get there. And you got to be in the right set in order to get to God. Almost sound like a join my club type of thing. But get back to Lil Nas. Now, I understand Christian people is up in arms because of the whole Satan imagery and how the shoe have the Bible verse on it and the 666 and all that. But my thing is, when I looked at that video and I hear what Lil Nas talk about, I always feel that it was more in the line of his homosexuality than the expression of Satanism, or what they showing on here. Don't get me wrong, it is showing the whole Satanism that what you see. But when I look at it and my mind interprets things differently, I always just look at it like, okay, this is a man, this is a black man, a gay black man in America. Now, they call spade a spade. When he came out with that country road, everybody loved his dirty shorts. But the minute when he came out and said that he was gay, tides shifted. And a lot of people don't want to admit this, but America is a big homophobic place. You got some people that accept the lifestyle. You got a bunch of people that hate the lifestyle. And you got many people hate the lifestyle because of religious belief. So, you have a gay black man that is pretty much trying to find acceptance in this world. And you know, we got the whole Me Too movement and all the other stuff going out trying to push the narrative or accept us or you are evil scenario. And my thought is this: when it comes down to the homosexual community, like I said, I know a lot of them. I love them to death. I hate when you try to force an idea on someone. It's just like religion. When you try to browbeat somebody to believe in what you believe, either they do or they don't. Either they accept the truth or the falseness or whatever it is, either they accept or they don't. That's how people are. You cannot force them to love love who you are. Hell, I'm black in America, and a lot of black people had to go through a lot of shit throughout the centuries. And it's like, okay, love me for who I am. You can hate me because I'm black, or hate me because I'm tall or fat or whatnot, but it ain't gonna change the fact that I'm me and I'm here. And when it come down to the gay community, me personally, it's not about acceptance. It's about how you trying to represent yourself in a forceful way in order to get that acceptance. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I gave him this scenario, and they was talking about why they didn't pretty much like how movies and stuff portraying gay people, or they need more representation. And it's true, gay people do need more representation. But I hate how Hollywood and stuff trying to go about their representation. Now, let me give you two scenarios, and the perfect one is, have you ever seen this show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Now, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, their captain, Captain Hope, black guy, he's a gay guy. And the way how they did his character was absolutely perfect, because they didn't throw the fact that he was gay. They made his homosexuality a part of him. It wasn't no big showboat that like, oh, he black and he gay, let's just do this and do this, or have him snapping his fingers and acting also flamboyant. It wasn't like that. When they introduced him, you didn't know he was gay. It just came into. And how the show built around it, that once you find out, you were like, okay, he's gay. And it was easier to absorb and understand it. Now, I have seen this movie on Showtime, and I'm gonna give you this scenario too. So if you have a police officer that he solved murder mysteries and stuff, get to arguing with his chief and stuff, and throughout the whole show, you really didn't know nothing about the guy, but he was a great police officer. He did this and that. He got tired. He went home. He sat down, trying to relax. Then a man came around the corner and said, "Hey, baby, how was your day?" And then that's when you found out that, oh, he's gay. That's his husband. See, They introduced it and showed a person that, okay, he is gay, but it is him. That's his life. That's his lifestyle. That's who he love, and it is so accepting to that grand of a scale that it works. But if you take that same scenario and have that policeman go into the office and the chief talk about, you fucked up big time, and then he come out and say, I know what this is. You just mad because I am a gay black man in this precinct and you never give me a fair shake. Well, us gay people, see, now you forcing the narrative because you didn't have to throw that in the face, and that what irks a lot of people. I mean, even from you can go even to religion. If you want to throw the Bible in somebody's face like that, like I don't care what you believe, but this is the right way, it'll piss you off. It don't mean that you hate Christianity or you hate gay people. We just hate the fact that you throwing it in our face and like accept it or else, that you got no choice but to accept it. And it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. So it gets construed with gay hate or Christian hate, or you hate the Bible, you hate Jesus and everything. But like I said, it's always the representation of what it is. You got some people hate the church because they feel like the pastor and everybody's getting rich while the poor people are getting poor, but yet you want them to pump in money to your church. And even though the Bible's like, okay, give us 10% and you do this and that, and if you believe real hard, you can go home and everything happen. And let's be honest, most prayers that people does, about 8% of those prayers are something materialistic. Something like, God, I need a new house, or I need a new car, I need a better job, or a new location. You know, something that is the intangible that you can believe in and hoping that God can bless you with it. You got some people that give because they believe what they read in the Bible, and like, if this is what the Lord says, then this is what is be done. But then when you have a bunch of people, they say people that don't believe in church, see the pastor driving to this beautiful big ass church with the BMW and got about 5 or 6 of them in his yard living in a big house, but his church is in an area that's surrounded by poor people. Then you have people try to offend it, like, well, you know, he's a man of God and he's being blessed. But then you was like, if you a man of God, you being blessed, and you got millions upon millions of dollars, how can you not help out the poor? Did Jesus portray that to help out the poor? To save the ones that don't believe? And you know, and there's a lot of stuff that turned me off, you know, like with the TD Jakes and the Clefo Dollar and all them other people like that. See, it opened my eyes to a lot of things, and even though this may not be truth, but this is how I feel. And when I see these mega churches making all these millions and millions of dollars in their congregation, and the people that come out there to hear the word of God is living off of scraps, but the only thing that you tell them is, if you believe hard enough, you can get what you want. Or in the black person scenario, suffer on this earth and you be rewarded in heaven. And Muhammad Ali said the best, you mean to tell me I got to die in order to get my ultimate blessing? But we are made of that the earth is the devil's playground. Don't worry about getting your riches on earth, because your riches is in heaven. But day in and day out, when you go through more hardship, more headache, more stress, you ask yourself, is it working? And don't get me wrong, when you get that breakthrough and everything goes right, you be like, man, I went through a hard place, but God has seen me through, and now everything is pretty much great. A lot of people experience that, but a great number of people don't experience that. And because they haven't experienced that, they never will find that type of happiness that some people that believe in the faith experience. Because it's hard to tell, especially this young generation, it's hard to tell them that if they're raised from poverty to trusting God and everything will work out. But if you look at how society is, a black person got to be highly successful in the ranks. You got to be a great singer, or you got to be a sports person, or you got to be a personality that can invent something that everybody would like in order for you to make it up there. And then what's so bad about it, you got a bunch of black people that actually make it to that middle class, to the upper class, and once they get to that social status, their minds turn around and start looking at black people, lowly black people, as insects or people that, I just wish they get their shit together. It don't matter if they lived in the same area that we have or they came up in the same way we are. But once when a person make it, the mindset change. And you tell people that once you make it, you can help out your community, but you can't do it all the time because you got to let people fend for themselves. Now, I'm not knocking anybody that makes it and they move out to get away, and it depends on the community helps them or not. Whole different scenario. But when you have the means to help and you believe in the Bible as you say that you believe in, you will want to also help. Now, you get a certain person that never believe in the Bible and say, fuck it, then, it's expected. But you cannot follow this book that tells you everything with how you supposed to live, and then you try to apply these rules to your life, or then try to limit yourself to those rules that you believe in some of the pages, but not all of the pages. So, coming back to Lil Nas, how can a lot of people hate this man by his lifestyle, but can go and fuck off on their wife or their husband, or they can go and steal, lie, cheat, do all these things that the Bible tells you not to do? But you can do those sins because they're acceptable. But when you see somebody's homosexuality out there on display, you cringe. You freeze up. You're mad. You're angry. This is disgusting. Don't that sound very hypocritical to you? I mean, do you actually not see that? And it's funny, when I watched that video, I already knew that it was pretty much a dig to Christianity. Even though that both of them come together to promote a shoe, and Nike came out and said, hey, we got nothing to do with this. Goddamn well Nike has something to do with that. You really think they gonna promote a brand with the Nike logo on there and Nike don't know nothing about that? Please. It's all about money. You just sold 666 pairs of shoes, and God knows, I don't even know how much these shoes are, but they ugly anyway. But I bet you there are bunch of the rich people bought those shoes. Probably here, 500 a pop. But yet, people looking at it like, oh my God, he worshiping Satan. He's doing all this. But I look at it like this. If this man is portraying a video that's showing of a sin, and how all these people is going ape shit because of that, he pretty much succeeded in what he wanted to do. He pretty much pulled the trigger on people hypocrisy of how they should believe, or for them being Christian people, how they accept some sins and not tolerate on other sins. Now, Satan is the big bad person that everybody supposed to hate and stuff, and he's evil and shit like that. And when I was reading a lot, it was a story that when this guy this woman blamed Satan for her husband falling, because I think it's Dante Inferno, that she made a deal with the devil because she was worried about her husband out there at war. So the devil told her, he said, okay, I'll make a deal with you. If your husband can be faithful to you, to the love that you give him for the 2 years that he's overseas, don't mess with another woman or anything, I will bring him home to you. You two will live happily after. You will have the children that you want, and you will want for nothing. But the moment when he sins over there and break his oath to you, I got your soul. She took the deal. What Satan did, while the guy was over there, He put the guy in a scenario that he was about to kill this guy. And this guy had a beautiful wife. And his wife jumped in, and the wife said that, please spare my husband, I'd do anything. She said that I would sleep with you. And the guy looked at it, and he was like, I don't want to because I'm married. But he saw how beautiful the woman was, so he did. So he slept with her, and Satan took his wife's soul. So the woman, she blamed Satan because it was your fault and your fault. So Satan's like, you know what? I introduced sin into this world. I'm not going to lie about that. But it was you humans who spread sin like a disease. You took it. You ran with it. You do all this evil stuff, and at the end of the day, you want to blame somebody, so you blame me. So you can sleep at night. The devil made you do it. You want to cheat on your wife or your husband? Hey, at the end of the day, I sinned. The devil made me do it. You go and kill somebody and you were so angry. I just have a demon inside me that I want to get out. So Satan pretty much was telling them that humans are the real demons. I didn't do nothing. I just sit back and let you just, I put that thought in your head, let you run out and see what you're going to do. And you didn't disappoint. So now you look at Lil Nas and what he put out and how he representing Satan and everything, and everybody mad and like, you gay guy, you going to hell and all that shit like that. But you never ask yourself, what you gonna go to hell for? Because if you're gonna condemn him because of what he did and what he's shown, or you offended because of what your children is seeing, and trust me, your kids know and seen and done way much worse than what he just portrayed on there. You'll lose your mind if you know the truth of what some of you kids are doing, some of your kids are doing out there at this minute. They actually show a video clip on Facebook that this guy was asking teenagers, what was the nastiest thing you ever done? And the stories of what these kids were saying would make your eyes like, God damn. These are some nasty, sick kids. But now the parents want to see their kids as sweet, wholesome teenagers that when they get a mood swing, it's just typical teenage fun. But you just don't know that your daughter out there having sex with 4 or 5 guys at the same time. Or your son is doing stuff that he got no business doing. You don't know none of that, but once it come out, it'll blow your head. So this is not about protecting the children, because the children know a shit lot more than you do apparently. And then everybody gonna go crazy because it's some shoes 66 and stuff. Goddamn, don't buy the shoes. If you don't like the video, don't watch the video. If it's all satanic and you're going to hell and stuff like that, don't buy into it. Because did the Bible say something about hate the sinner and don't hate the person? And if you believe that homosexuality is a sin, that you're going to hell and blah, 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 and so forth and so forth, how are you to pass judgment? I mean, have you became God, or you just believe in the Bible that, okay, you sin, you a homosexual, so you going to hell? That same person who cast that type of stereotypical thinking is the same people that doing all sorts of sin. So you might well say that, hey, Lil Nas will go to hell because he's gay, but you're going to go to hell because you cheated on your wife. You broke your wedding vows. You're going to hell because you cheated and stole from the poor. You're going to hell because, hey, the 10 Commandments tell you everything, that if you break these commandments, you get cast out. So you look at all of them and you did even one of those, that means you couldn't go to heaven. So now, that's the question to ask, that is his sin greater than your sin? Is what he's doing is so much of a sin, but your small sin is like, well, I'm just doing this, and nobody don't know about it. And that is the thing, because y'all do y'all sins in the dark, and the more you do your sin in the dark and nobody don't know it, you can speak against it. I mean, hey, you can go back to, I hate that you bring this up again, but you can go back to Derrick Jackson. He talked all about the wrongness of what men can do until his shit came out from the darkness into the light. Then he try to coast it as though everything's okay. So your hatred for what this video represent, and like I said, it's on a video, and I have seen 10 times much worse than what they portrayed in this video. I mean, dude slid down a long ass pole and lap danced on Satan and killed him. I'm like, so he just gave Satan a lap dance. And what, if my way of thinking of like being accepting for what I saw, that it means that I'm going to hell too? Or what about the atheist people, or the people that believe in the Bible at all, and they saw this? How do they feel? Is this disgusting? Or since they don't believe in the Bible or God, they'll be like, ain't nothing but a marketing ploy to try to sell shoes. My whole point of this whole thing is, why do people always try to cast judgment on a sin, but they're not clean themselves? That's everybody. Everybody got a sin that hangs on them. I don't care you go to church 24/7. I don't care that you are a pastor. You have that one speck of a sin that is inside your head that you are trying to either suppress or praying God that it get over you. Nobody don't know about it, but you know yourself. But you got to show that persona that, hey, I hate what I'm seeing out there today. Now, would I buy those shoes? Hell no, they ugly. I mean, I really ain't a tennis shoe person, but even if I would, that's just an ugly thing. And people really buying it because it's just part of a limited set. It's all about having value, like, hey, look at this. This is a special evil edition or something. If that was the case, I wouldn't buy movies like Nightmare on Elm Street or watch The Evil Dead or watch movies that dealing with demons or Get Out, all the other movies that try to that portray anything in an evil way. If that's the case, then you might well just live as a shut-in. Does that make you a sinner because you watch these movies, that you entertain yourself off these movies? Get a little scared off these movies? Or these items? I sure hope not. But him bringing out a pair of shoes and he pretty much showing that, hey, I did this because I know how people was going to act. I bet especially going to know how Christian people is going to act. Hell, when I first saw it, I was like, man, Christian people is about to lose their shit once they see this. The younger people that I talked to and say, hey, y'all seen that Nas video? They like, that was the greatest thing they ever saw. Man, I wish I could get them shoes. Because these young kids is not, they hear your values and they hear, well, how you were raised. And let's be honest, 3/4 of us believe in the religion that we believe in because of how we was raised as kids. Damn near half of us was raised in Baptist homes. But then it's like, once you grow up and you start thinking to yourself, okay, is this is the way that I want to go, or do I want to follow my family tradition and just have my own tradition? It's life. It's individuality rights that people feel that they have. If they don't believe in the Bible, they don't believe in the Bible. But I won't hate them because they don't believe in the Bible, because it is their choice. If everybody died and you found out that not believing in the Bible or doing this stuff leaves you in hell, that is your individual punishment. That's on you. That's not on me to judge you for what you are doing. Because I can sit here and act like I'm holier than thou, then I lied that I can go to hell and like, damn, what did I do? And then they like, well, you did this, and this. And you like, oh, I thought they were just small sins. It really didn't matter. Oh, yeah, it pretty much mattered. So, like I said, I didn't like the video because I didn't care much for it. I'll be honest with you. Because certain videos and the music, if the music don't line up with what I'm watching, it's like it don't vibe with me. I mean, if you sing the song about I'm in love with a woman, but the whole video showing a guy sitting down in the cafeteria eating until the video over with, I'm like, what the fuck they got to do with you loving a woman? You sit down eating a piece of steak or something. That don't make sense. For me, the music didn't go along with the video, in my opinion. So I didn't. But if he was saying something like, "Yes, going hell, doing this and all this stuff," like I'm like, okay, it's all right. It is for what it is. But no, I ain't gonna cast judgment on the guy because hey, he's selling a shoe or whatnot. But he did bring up a great point though, because think about it. A lot of y'all cast him out because he came out as gay. And y'all loved him to death once he did that country road song. Like he's the next great thing to slice bread. And in this world today, majority of the people, when they do come out, sometimes they hesitate to come out because they know sometimes doing it is a career-ending thing. Not so much now, since with the Me Too men stuff and how Hollywood is pretty much opening its ways of thinking around things on the situation. That now it's more acceptable. But at a time, it's like years ago, somebody come out and said they gay. If you wasn't ingrained in Hollywood, or they know you, or you was white, you pretty much was doomed. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, black people ain't acceptable as much as you think that they are. You know how it is, like how people feel that white people don't accept black people, police don't accept black people. Sometimes black people got some stigmas to themselves too. I mean, shoot, even when I was growing up, when they found out a guy was gay, they distanced themselves from that guy. Half of them fought that guy, beat the guy every day running home just because they found out he was gay, he liked men. And how many black communities that done that to gay men, or gay women for that matter? All because they have a specific lifestyle, or they think that, oh, he gay, so he gonna come after me. And see, that's what's wrong. I have friends that are weird to the point of you be like, what the fuck? Hell, sometimes I'm weird sometimes. But what the stuff that they do, I don't hate them for, because it's a part of their personality. It is them. And for you to hate a person because they are lesbian or gay or trans or whatnot like that, I feel like you got much better things to do and be focused on than trying to hate somebody's gender. And like I said before, I hate when they try to force themselves into accepting. I don't like that. Because, hey, if I don't accept your lifestyle, I don't accept your lifestyle. You can't come to me and say accept or else. Because, hey, the black community been doing that for a long time. How they got us? We've been telling the United States to accept us for damn near 400 years. And they still haven't. You got some that get by or making good. But at the end of the day, we still ain't hardly accepted like we is. Well, sure, we got more opportunities and more things that are happening for us. But at the end of the day, I guarantee you that this skin color has a lot of barriers on it. No matter how far you get, how high you are. Just like LeBron James, you remember? That man a great basketball player, making all of that money, but people vandalize his house and put nigga on there faster than anything. To let him know that no matter how much money you got or what your social status is, you still a nigga to this world. And people say that it's just a small group that does this, but you got to understand, just like how people lobby all black people, when you see 4 black people go out there, act crazy and act ghetto and stupid, and then when the news come out, they always fix it though they look like that's all black people. So then you got black people having to come out and trying to justify and say that, no, this not us. That's them Negroes. I don't do that. But yes, society always gonna look at you, oh, you a black monkey, you a black animal, you just like them, you just trying to pretend that you one of us. This is the world we live in. This is the world we live in as an unacceptable. And you got a man that not only gay, but he's black. He already got 2 strikes against him in the United States. So that means that you got the people that hates gay people. Then you have your black community that probably don't hate gay people. And then you got the other side that hates you because you black. Then you got the other side that hates you because you black and gay. Oh my God, where do you turn So what Nas did, I applaud him for what he did. Not in the context of him doing the whole Satan and the shoe and stuff like that. Because if your religion tells you to hate that stuff, then you're gonna hate that stuff. Nobody can change your mind. Nobody can tell you different. It is what it is. This is ingrained in you. There's something you ain't gonna never break, religion or otherwise. But for him doing that, he also shows how people lose their shit on something that because of what religion dictates them to hate. Now, like I said, if you believe in the Bible, this is evil. This is horrible. This is corruptible. Our kids are seeing these things. What they gonna take from it? So for our kids look at that and like, man, this ain't nothing to us. It's just part of our lives, you know. You got people that don't believe in the Bible and like, yeah, it is what it is. He just got on makeup and selling shoes. But then when you make that spin and turn it into hate for what he did because of what he's showing. But the only thing he did is showing that how hypocritical a lot of you people are. And especially on the Christian side. Now, like I said, my opinion may not be a popular opinion, but it's my truth. It's how I see things in this world. And for me, being raised in the church, I may have a little knowledge. I ain't no guru or anything on it. But I see what's right and what's wrong. And a lot of people will probably flame me for even saying it, but the truth is the truth. I mean, like I said, if you believe in the Bible, this is wrong. You don't believe in the Bible, this got no problem to you. If you hate gay people, this got a problem to you. If you don't got no problem with gay people and like what it is, this is like artists' artwork in motion. So until people actually start accepting people, or Christians start loving the person and not the sin, as they so say, we always gonna get stuff like this. And I always say the same thing, that sometimes Hollywood do stuff to poke the bear, that they will bring out a scenario that they know that either will piss off black people or piss off white people, just so they can stir the pot to keep racial tension going. A lot of people don't notice that, but if you pay attention to it, or you pay attention to the news, that when they portray white people and other races, when they do mass killings and stuff, and they portray it for 1 or 2 days, then sweep it on the rug, or you probably hear little whispers about it. But when a black person come out and do the exact same thing, you hear it all day and all night, because they feed on their narrative. You get a white person that kill a black person unjustly, you have us get up in arms because the white person killed a black person. You have a black person that killed a white person, you don't hear that in the media news, because the fear in it doesn't sell. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, and when it comes down to media, white people are more scared of black people and what they doing versus what black people is scared to seeing what white people is doing to black people, unless it's the police. And that's why the news media hurry up and push that out, that agenda, to let everybody know that, hey, these black people are animals, they savages, they crazy. And they would show it over and over and over and over and over again. That's why majority of the news, they always something what a black person done, and America sees it as black people are animals because that's what it is. But they never show what other races do, because the other races that does something wrong does not spark anything, don't trigger news. Maybe in their community, but not everybody. So my final thought in all this and what about Lil Nas and stuff are going on is, either you like it or you don't. Who gives a shit? If you want to put religion beliefs into this, you don't like it, you don't have to like it. You don't have to watch it. Turn your TV off. Don't buy the shoes. But don't hate a person because of this is what they believe in, or this is who they are, or their lifestyle. Because hell, if a person sit past me and talking about he believe in Satan, hey, that's between you and whatever you got going on. It don't got shit to do with me. I respect you for what you do, for who you are, but I don't got to just hang out with you or what you do. What you do is what you do, and I'm gonna do me. And if a lot of people really had that type of mentality, everything would be okay. So the man made a bunch of money selling shoes, and he proven that no matter what sin is out there, people are gonna crucify you on one sin more than the other sin. So if what he did was a great sin, what did you do? What you do yesterday? Yesterday morning. What you did last week? Did you creep over somebody's house? Did you ate a donut that you don't supposed to eat from somebody? Did you steal money from someone? Did you take something it wasn't belong to you? Did you beat your kids out of anger for just no apparent reason? Did you abuse a person? Rape someone? Killed someone? Actually did harm to a person? So all of those things that I just said is okay, because half of that is hidden from plain sight. But because he came on Front Street, everything is, oh my God, sound the horn, the end of the world. Man, come on, people, y'all can do better than that. We got bigger things to worry about. We got voter suppression going on. We got stuff that is reshaping the United States as we see, but we got our heads in the sand. But that's going to be another topic for another day on that one, because I got a lot to say on that too. Well, anyway, I'm glad you guys came out to listen to me on episode 2, and believe me, it's going to be an episode 3. And like I said, if you like this video, go to my channel and subscribe to it so you can get those alerts, or hit the notification bell so when I put something out, you can at least listen to me if you feel like you want to. If you don't want to, then that's fine. But like I said before, this is my media outlet, something that I can do, because I used to type my feelings out on Facebook, and I felt like I just want to start doing stuff now and just talk to people basically. So I will post my stuff on Facebook, and it also will be on YouTube. So if you guys can just go over there and check it out, I'll greatly appreciate it. And I thank you guys for listening to me this time, and I hope to see you again on episode 3. Talk to you guys later.